Happy Monday. Today is November the 3rd, and it has been a pretty good Monday. Today has been super busy for me. This is a big assessment week that we have going on. We are doing a test called beacon testing, where we are testing our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade students to see how well they may perform on our state standardized test. And so I have been super busy with that this morning because I stepped in to help a teacher who has been out, who is not quite well versed in how to administer the test. So I was able to go in and help and support her in that way. So we are into a new month, and I am super excited. And you know, last month I told you guys about my word that or like a little quote that I had from the month of October, saying that it's changed, new seasons, and all of that. And so this month I'm just breathing and just doing what I can, because when I looked at the calendar and I saw everything, I was like, you literally only have 3 weeks with the kids. But then one of the weeks is all testing, because I need to help support in testing, because I am one of the persons that does help with testing, even small group accommodation testing. So I was like, wow. And then one of the days I will be out because I have my next unit of letters training. And then we have our Veterans Day program. And then I have my parent award day. And then we also have a luncheon for Thanksgiving. So when you think about all of that, that really says how limited the time is in the month of November. And so I'm just choosing to just breathe and focus on what I can control and do what I can do, because I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish all of the things that I want to accomplish. So I want to have that mindset already, just knowing how things could possibly go for the month of November. But today has been a good day. The students that did take the testing for the first part of the day, it was from 9 to 12, so it's the first pretty much beginning part of the day. They did very, as far as they were engaged and they were focused on it, because state testing can be something that the kids are just like bored, not focused on. So they were all very attentive. So I feel like they were, kind of okay with it and into it. But we'll see. That was just today. We still got a few more days to go. Sorry about that. That was some students at my door, and I was telling them, nope, we're ending the day. Go ahead and go back to class. But I did want to come on real quick because I'm really pushed for time, and I really need to kind of get things going this afternoon. So yes. So I wanted to come on and just tell you guys how today tell you guys that I'm just not putting a bunch of things, to-do things on my list today, and just taking things day by day, because sometimes I find that things change. Like, we've already had students absent, so if they miss more than 2 days, that means one day next week I might have to pull them for this for the testing. And so I have to always try to keep those things in mind and not put too much pressure on myself to try to get the things that I want to get done, because I might not be able to get them done. So I got to be realistic with this month, and then just embrace this month of November of Thanksgiving, and just having a thankful and grateful heart. Thankful to God that I do have this job that I do love. Thankful to God that, I get to do what I love. Thankful to God for my family, that they're all in good health and all of those things, and just thankful for all the little things that we have. In fact, our principal, she sends out a weekly, we call it a s'more, but it's like a weekly newsletter or announcement that kind of reminds us of all the things that we have going on at the school. And her challenge was to take a few moments every single day this week and write down one thing you are thankful for, one gratitude. And I just feel like that is so good, because at the end of the day, we can let that one moment where things just did not work out well really take our focus. And so by putting your focus back on that one thing that you are grateful for, that would turn that thing that didn't go so well back and put it in the right perspective. So my planner is very light this week of what I have planned to do with the kids, and that's fine. I did find our old school grammar textbooks that we used to use to teach with for grammar. And so I was able to find that resource and pull that resource and give me some support to help my students with grammar. And so I'm super excited about that, about being able to really support my students that way. And I know that's going to be helpful. I know it is. So that's pretty much today. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Hey y'all, happy Friday. I was not able to vlog or anything on Wednesday or Thursday because I honestly am exhausted. It has just been so much going on. There is so much for me to do, so much that I've been doing that I honestly have not been able to pick up the camera and actually start vlogging about my week. And it's probably mostly due to the fact that I have been testing pretty much the entire week. So I am actually I am actually packing up my things to, as you can see, I'm taking home work. I was not as successful with getting all the things that I wanted to get done this week. And so I need to look at my lesson plans and read and adjust them. I have quite a bit of adjustments that need to be made in order to kind of just get back on track. But the testing that we took definitely took a lot out of me and the students. Proctoring an assessment that is not timed. It has like 5 sections for ELA, and I think it had 4 sections for math. So doing all of that was very tedious and very, very time consuming, trying to get all of those things done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn back on the light so that I can turn off all these lights because it is Friday. And I don't know if I said it's November the 7th, but it is. And I want to make sure my walkie charges for the weekend. So I'm turning off all my extra low lights. So I've had the low lighting on, especially for testing, because the students were testing on their computers. It was a computer-based assessment, and so they were able to get that part done. I need to take this book home with me as well. So I'm just trying to turn all the lights off, be a good steward, so to speak. But I have lots of things that I need to do. And I'm not about to overwhelm myself and bring all of these things home. These are all of the teaching manuals that I teach from. All of the teaching manuals that I teach from my grades. Really need to be bringing those home, but I will not. Some of them I can access online. So I'll be looking at what I can online. But like I said, testing is always very strenuous on the students, on the teachers. And so that's where kind of like where I've been. So I'm hoping that next week I will have more serious content that I can share with you all. Some tips, some strategies, and what I find out from looking at the data from the students, from their assessments. I'll be able to share some strategies of how I look at data and what I'm going to do next, how I plan for things next. So I'll be able to do that, but I'm just walking around my classroom, cleaning up, getting ready to go home and try and enjoy the weekend. So thank you all for watching this week's vlog. I do apologize that I didn't have much content to share, but I'm looking forward to next week. But if you did find something from this vlog that was helpful and you want to share it with others, go ahead and share it. If you are not already subscribed to my vlog and you're watching, why not consider subscribing today? Thank y'all for joining me, and I will see y'all next week.